Hey everyone, and welcome back to my channel. And if you are new here, my name is Cara Dunaway and thank you so much for being here. Today's video is going to be a get ready with me. I actually picked up a few new products at the store and I've used a few of them and really am liking them, and a couple I have not used yet and we're going to try out together. But all the products I'm going to use today are drugstore / affordable, so hopefully there's something in here that interests you. Please don't forget to subscribe to my channel before you leave, and if you like this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up, and also feel free to leave a comment. I would love to hear from you guys as well. And let's just go ahead and jump right in. So like I said, all of the makeup I'm using today is drugstore or affordable makeup. So these are some of my favorite types of videos to film just because I feel like there's something in here for everybody. You don't have to go out and spend a ton of money to get some really great products, and that's what I want to show you guys. And I think today I'm going to start with the face. So I'm first going to prime with the Hard Candy Sheer NB Hydrating Primer. This is one of my favorite drugstore primers and I'm so close to being done with it. So I'm just trying to use it up real quick. Okay, the foundation I'm going to use today is one that I've had for a while, and it is the Colourpop Pretty Fresh Foundation. And to be honest, it actually took me a little while to really love this product. The first few times I used it, I was not necessarily that into it, but it has really grown on me and I think it's a really beautiful foundation. And it's one that you can just find at Ulta, so it's hopefully accessible to everybody. But it has a really beautiful finish on it and it makes my skin look really hydrated and really smooth. So I actually really love this foundation. The concealer I'm going to use today is the NYX Bear With Me Concealer Serum. I was finally able to get my hands on this. It's been super popular and it took me a while to be able to find it in stores. And I've honestly only ever used it one time, but I actually really liked it when I used it the other day. So we're gonna try it out again. The only thing I don't like about it is that it's a pump. It's not a wand applicator. So that's kind of obnoxious, but not much you can do about that. But once I finally found it in stores, I had to pick it up because I've heard so many great things about it. And honestly, like, so far I'm not disappointed. I like that it's a really lightweight formula. But I feel like for my under eyes specifically, that's a really good thing because something really thick can get really heavy on my under eyes and it creases a lot on me. So this kind of thinner formula is really good for my under eyes. But look how beautiful that looks. It's really kind of glowy and it gives really nice coverage, but it doesn't look thick or heavy. I'll tell you though, one thing that's not been going good for me this month is my skin. Holy smokes. When I tell you my eyes have been so dry, that is literally an understatement because they have been so incredibly dry. They've been so red, they've been so irritated, and I'm having a really hard time finding something that is going to keep them hydrated. So if you have any suggestions for a good hydrating eye cream or any other solution, please let me know because I am kind of desperate at this point. I'm gonna set that concealer with my number 7 powder, but it really makes like eyeshadow application and concealer application really difficult when your eyes are super dry. And of course, it's not gonna look very good when you have dry patches all over your skin and you're trying to cover it up with makeup. So please, again, tell me your recommendations because I will listen and I will pretty much try anything at this point. My drugstore contour of choice is going to be the Maybelline Instant Age Rewind Eraser. This is really the only thing I have that's drugstore that I use to do my contouring. So you guys see this one a lot because it's what I have for drugstore. But it really does work really nicely. So I really love this product in this use specifically. I did want to mention though, I really would love to try out all these viral products that you see all the time. But like I said, they're kind of impossible to find in the stores a lot of times. Once you see it on TikTok, you see these big influencers promoting these products, like they sell out like that. and good luck finding them, at least in your shade. So on my channel, I kind of like to try to find different products that people don't really talk about as much that are still really good products, because I want you guys to be able to go out and find these things in store and not always have to wait for them to come back in stock or even necessarily order them online. Because if you're anything like me, I hate ordering things online and waiting for them to come in the mail. So I really would love to try these viral products as soon as they come out and tell you guys if I think they're good or not, but it's not always the easiest thing to get my hands on them. This next product is one that I found at the store that I thought looked really interesting, and it is a cream blush, and it's from the brand Pacifica, and it's called the Fluffy Blushy. Wow, I don't know why that was so difficult to get out. Fluffy Blushy is in the shade Bloom, and the color looks really pretty. It's got like some definite sparkle in it, so we'll see if it works well. I don't know like how sheer or how opaque it's gonna be, but I'll tell you, I bought it, and when I opened it, like, I don't know if you can tell, but clearly like somebody dug their finger into it, so that was really nice of them. It even came with the piece on top that you like have to peel off. So I opened it at the store and it had that on, so I was like, oh, okay, great. Took it out at home, peeled that off, and someone had already checked the formula. So that's kind of gross. I hate when people do that. It's not very considerate, but I mean, at least I'm not putting this in my mouth, I guess. It's just going on my cheeks. So I am just gonna dig my finger into it now. It feels very balmy. Here's what it looks like. I'm just gonna start tapping this on. Not really getting much. I mean, it's definitely giving me a nice glow, but as far as like pigment and color, I'm not getting really anything. You know, this is obviously one of those products I've never heard anybody talk about, and so you run the risk of, well, maybe it's not good, I don't know. But I'm here to try things out for you guys. And I'm just gonna tell you, I don't love it. Like, it looks really beautiful in here, but yeah, I am not getting much color, unfortunately. But I am, like I said, getting glow, which is pretty. Okay, well, I had high hopes for that, but it did not live up to my expectations. I do think, though, this might look really pretty like on a no makeup day. If you don't want to wear any foundation or you're just doing something really light on the skin, this might be really pretty on the cheeks, like I said, just to add some glow and just a tiny bit of color. But if you're looking for something with pigment and that pops on the cheeks, this is definitely not going to be it. They did have other shades though, but unfortunately I don't think that they would really do much better. But moving on, the next thing, we're gonna go into the eyes now. And this next product I picked up the other day and I have absolutely been loving. It is the Colourpop Stone Cold Fox eyeshadow palette. Now this is one of their bigger eyeshadow palettes. And as you can see, it's all cool toned eyeshadows, and I have really been into the cool tones lately. So this really stuck out to me, and I purchased it, and I've only actually used it one time, but loved it. So I wanted to create another look using this today. I think I'm gonna start with this shade here, which is called You Rock. I'm just gonna start this in the crease just to start building up depth. My dog is sleeping behind me and his stomach is going crazy. But normally I am a warm tone eyeshadow kind of girl, but for some reason lately the cool tones have really been speaking to me, and I've really been enjoying the look that they give. That blush though that we just tried, the Pacifica one, that just reminded me how someone stuck their finger in it. You know, obviously, since I'm not putting it in my mouth, it doesn't bother me as much. But it just made me think, like, where is the line that I draw as far as what I'm willing to eat or use or whatever. And I'm definitely not like a germaphobe at all, but there are a couple things where I will draw the line, and my husband always gives me crap because some of them are a little bit ridiculous. So the first one is when it comes to my kids. I'm gonna go into this shade here, which is called Bold Type. So if one of my kids drinks out of my water bottle, like it then becomes their water bottle. I don't want to share a water bottle with my kids, and I think the reasons are pretty obvious. And if they're not, I'll just tell you, if you don't have kids, so there's a definite chance that if you share a water bottle with one of your kids, you're gonna get some extras in your drink. Oh, it's so gross to think about. But usually they leave floaties and other things behind. Ew. And I don't know of any parent or anybody that would want to drink a water bottle after their kids. So I'm not going to say that I'm crazy because I don't do that, but yeah, that's definitely a line that I don't want to cross. I'm going to pack some of this shade here just on the outer part of my eye, and this one's called Cult Classic. Anyway, the second thing that I think is so gross, and my husband always gives me so much crap about, is I do not like to share anything that like saliva sits on, if that makes sense. I'll give you an example. So when it comes to like sharing a straw, I don't like to share straws, and if I do, it's obviously really only with my husband or my kids, and I always have to wipe it off before I drink out of it. And my husband, like I said, will give me crap about that because obviously we kiss and we're sharing saliva. I know that's TMI, but normal, right? And so what's the difference really? But in my mind, there's a big difference. Same thing when it comes to like sharing food. You know, sometimes if my husband's like eating a sucker or something, or like an ice cream cone, you know, something that you lick or that you suck on. Okay, I'm sorry. This is like super gross, at least to me. I just can't share those kind of things. I can't do it. Is that crazy? I don't know. Maybe I'm crazy. Like I said, it's because we kiss. You know, what's the difference? But to me, there's a difference. Anyway, that was a lot of talking about spit and germs, and now you guys know where I draw the line. You probably don't care, but let me know if you're the same. Let's go in and finish off this eye look. I'm going to take this shade here, which is called Caving In. It looks really pretty. I'm just going to take it on my finger and put this on. I'm going to add some more of the dark shade to the lower lash line. Yeah, I don't know that I've heard anybody really talk about this eyeshadow palette, and I really, really like it. I think it looks really nice. And if you are into the cool tones, like, you definitely need this palette. All right, well, I think we are done with the eyeshadow. I think I'm gonna add some liquid liner. I'm gonna use my Wet n Wild Breakup Proof Waterproof Liquid Eyeliner. I just wanna add a little bit. And then I think I wanna do a little bit of like a baby wing. So I'm just gonna add a little wing just here on the outside. Just a tiny little wing there. Then, of course, I want to add some eyeliner to the waterline. I'm just going to use my NYX Retractable Eyeliner. All right, now we are going to throw on some mascara. I'm going to use my Milani Highly Rated Anti-Gravity Mascara. If you guys have a favorite mascara, will you please comment it below, because I love to try out new mascaras and I'm always looking for really good ones. So I would love to hear what you guys like so I can try out some new stuff. Ambo, are you having tummy problems? I can literally hear everything that's going on in his stomach at this moment. And it cannot feel good. I feel bad for him. Rambo's been kind of naughty lately though. When we go anywhere, usually we would just leave him out and he would just come up here and sleep the whole time while we were gone. But lately he's been like digging through the trash, eating the garbage, and that's probably why his stomach doesn't feel good. But if the kids left any food on the floor or anywhere he could reach, he was just eating anything and everything he could find. So he's been banned to his kennel while we go out, just to make sure he doesn't do any damage to himself or the house. I really like how the eye look has turned out. Again, love the eyeshadow palette. I'm gonna go and fill in my brows with the E.L.F. Ultra Precise Brow Pencil. Here in Utah, where I live, we still have not been getting very much snow, which is, I mean, it's crazy, but like up in the mountains, we have not been getting nearly the amount of snow that we need. And Utah weather is kind of weird like that anyway. Like the weather just changes so often. Like today, it's actually really sunny and quite warm for the time of year. And it'll be like that, and then it'll be freezing cold and snowy the next day. Like it just, the weather here in Utah has a mind of its own. And the saying we have here is, if you don't like the weather in Utah, just wait 10 minutes. And it's so true. Oh, why do I hate brows so much? They're definitely not even. I just really hate eyebrows. Okay, I'm gonna set those with my NYX Control Freak Eyebrow Gel. Such a good one that I love. Let's finish off this look. I'm gonna use my Makeup Revolution Splendour Ultra Matte Bronzer. I'm gonna go super light-handed with this one because this is shade light and it's very dark. So I'm gonna try to go light-handed with this. We'll see how that works. But I only have 2 drugstore bronzers, and the other one is the Physicians Formula Butter Bronzer. And that one was just a little too warm for this look. So I wanted to go with this one, but yeah, as you can tell, like it's super dark. If you go in really light-handed, it's not so crazy, but it can get out of hand quickly if you go in with too much. Then I need to add definitely some more blush to these cheeks. I'm gonna go in with the Pacifica Glimmer Shimmer Highlighter and Blush. I'm gonna use both the blush and the highlighter in this duo. And honestly, like I said, we use the Pacifica Fluffy Blushy. I can't get over that name. This one as well, this blush is not like as pigmented as I would hope, but it's at least gonna add more color than the cream blush did. Gonna add some on my nose. I do, however, really like the highlighter in this little duo. I think the highlighter is really nice. It's not like as blinding as a lot of other highlighters I have, but it gives a nice glow, as you can see. And I like the shade of it as well. I'm gonna add some just here in the usual areas. I'm gonna go in and spray all this, and I just repurchased this product that I love but have been out of for a little while. It's the Milani Make It Last setting spray, and this is just the original. and it is truly one of the best setting sprays that you can buy at the drugstore. For lips, I'm going to use my LA Girl Perfect Precision Lip Liner in the shade Blushing. I probably use this almost every day. I love it that much. So let me go in and line these lips that are uneven. And I wanted to use my Maybelline Super Stay Ink Crayon in the shade Lead the Way. I love these lipsticks. They're so easy to apply. They smell really nice. And they last a long time. All right, and here we are at the final look. I really like how this look turned out. The newer products to me that I tried, I want to go over real quick with you guys. The NYX Bear With Me Concealer Serum. Love this. You should definitely try it, especially if you don't want a thicker concealer on the under eye. For a thinner formula, this actually has really nice coverage. It feels hydrating and it looks really nice on the under eyes. This was definitely a dud for me, unfortunately. I'll keep trying it. Maybe we'll have different results if I wear it differently, but definitely not going to be a staple in my makeup routine. I had high hopes for it. Unfortunately, they did not live up to those high hopes. This is a definite yes. If you are into cool tone eyeshadows, I think you would love this palette. There's a lot of shadows, obviously, to choose from. The shimmers are really pretty and they're really easy to blend. They go nicely together. 100% recommend this palette. And then, like I said, this is not a new product to me. This is one I love, but just repurchased. Yes, buy this if you need a good setting spray. This is an amazing setting spray and at a very affordable price point. So thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video of me showing you some of my favorite drugstore and affordable products. If you have any content you want to see from me, please leave a comment below. Don't forget to subscribe before you leave, and I hope to see you all in my next video. Bye.